we have never seen a white couple treated like that.
What are you doing to my wife? Yourself for?
What we're talking about is a husband and wife who are both medical professionals, a doctor and a consultant, who both have experience and extensive knowledge of working within this environment. So they would be fully aware of their circumstances.
Seeing is believing. What happened to us is really something which has never been shown to have happened.
I wouldn't say it's purely down to a race issue. Yes, there's definitely Islamophobia at play in this country. Yes, there's definitely institutional racism in certain parts of the system. But there's also issues around class and people who have education. And I see that also, white working class families who are not able to challenge or advocate for themselves, are quite often also discriminated against.
I've got chest pain, let me have my medicine! I've got chest pain, let me have my medicine!
Even a criminal, a convicted criminal, is given first aid as and when it is needed.
Just come outside. No, I really need you to speak to you outside. Well, unfortunately we need to speak to you outside.
We have just been told about half an hour ago that they are going to take the tube out and our daughter is going to die.
We were just absolutely heartbroken. Just half an hour earlier, I was sobbing, I was crying because I'm told that they're going to take the tube out of my little girl. And she was the light of our lives. We just absolutely adored her. Our children were so devoted to her. She was the center of our lives. And we were so blessed to have her. We could have carried on caring for her for many, many years. As long as she wasn't suffering, she wasn't in pain. She was the most important person. She was the most important person in all of this. But
only for us, not for doctors.
The hospital didn't think that. The police didn't think that. And instead of compassion and consideration, there was callous disregard and cruelty.
It's very important that, compassion and care is shown. And a hospital is an environment for compassion and care. And there was absolutely no need for the police to behave in this way. They referred to the father as an animal.
All I was doing was focusing on fighting to get the best result and ensure best treatment for my child that she needed and deserved. So that is what I was doing, providing her the care and looking after her. These were basic minimal human rights of a dying child that was severely violated.
What are you doing to my...
Rashid!
Stop fighting! Stop!
People are focusing on me, how badly I was treated, how she was pulled down the ground. What is more significant is how Zainab's rights were violated. She was non-verbal. She communicated through squeezing my fingers or my wife's fingers. What was happening at the time? I was reassuring, sitting next to her.
Let me have my medicine. I've got chest pain. I will have a heart attack.
Calm down.
Because of the heart attack, my husband was then separated for a week from her because he had to be away from the hospital because he had to rest. Otherwise there was a danger of another heart attack. And even then, the management was so cruel. And the thing is, there was nobody helped us, nobody listened. And I kept speaking to them, talking to them, thinking they'll listen, but nobody listened. Why not? What words did I need to use for them to listen to me?
Here we have an example of an exceptional person, an exceptional husband and wife who have come to this country. They have given over 20 years of service in the NHS. They have helped other people's families. As professionals, they have played their part. They have contributed to the economy. And despite them doing everything that they do, despite their qualities, their credibilities, everything that they have given back to this country, they were treated this way.
And it was literally, it just felt as if all the staff were against us. I mean, when my husband was on the floor, there was a doctor standing there were senior nurses standing there, and I was appealing to them, and I kept saying, he's got chest pain, he's got a heart condition. And the thing is, they knew that. They should have stopped it. If he had died, I mean, they would be guilty of manslaughter, would they not?
What they did, they just stood there and let police continue with their brutality. This is a barbaric approach. And both doctors, my own colleagues in the profession, and police are partners in crime.
And actually, you know what, especially when I see the way he was on the floor and the way he was being treated, I think I do 100% now believe if he was white, if he was Dr. John Smith, I don't think that would have happened. I don't think it would ever have got to that stage.
Why would it come to such an extreme situation? And would somebody who was not Muslim, a white person, a white middle class person, would they be treated the same way? And honestly, I don't feel they would, you know.
My legs were strapped at two places, just above my knee and around my ankles. And at the point when she said that, I think I've seen the video very carefully because I was wriggling. Actually, one policeman came from behind and he had what I call a metal Velcro in his hand, and he squeezed my wrist very, very hard on that. It gave me terrible pain, pins and needles. And I said, what are you doing? And I have got photographic evidence of that assault that lasted, the bruise lasted for, at least a week. This is not something that my son or my wife shot. This is a police body cam. Yeah. And interestingly, we obtained it having to use the law, Freedom of Information Act, and what we got, only less than 1/4 of what was recorded. 4 policemen had 4 body cams on them. The ones who were kicking me were what happened to their images.
The evidence doesn't lie. It was very clear cut that this family was just trying to spend some time with their daughter. They had just been given this news that the hospital had made the decision that they were not looking to continue with the treatment. They had no idea whether their daughter had hours or days or weeks to live.
We were unable to spend the last weeks of my daughter's life as a family concentrating on Zainab, spending time with Zainab. Instead, we were pulled through this, and then the hospital took legal action against us to take the tube out. And because of that, I was in meetings the whole time. I was trying to organise lawyers. We were at the hearing. Such precious time that we should have been with Zainab. I wasn't with Zainab. And even when I was beside her bed, I would have the same laptop because our solicitor said to me I had to write a rebuttal for the application. And I'm not a typist, I'm a doctor. And I'd be sitting there typing it, trying to save it. And I was exhausted and I was trying to look after Zainab. I didn't sleep in a bed until after we buried Zainab because I was sitting by her bed. I mean, what more could we have done? We are doing this because we don't want this to happen to other mothers, fathers up and down the country. And it is. And we hope that because of the awareness, the publicity, that other families will come forward because this has to stop. This has to stop.